Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Friday, February 27th, and the Hoop Hogs stayed in second place in the SEC after beating A&M 99-84 in Bud Walton on Wednesday night. We'll break it all down. We'll preview their huge game with Florida coming up on Saturday and talk more sports from around the country. Andrew, how are the vibes up there this week?
It's good. I got to play a little golf today, so in a perfect, not super windy, 65-degree day. So I'll take that. And then your boy was in the building last night. Finally,
Where are you? You didn't even holler at me.
Yeah, it was like a last second thing. I was able to get some tickets in the A&M section, no less. So yeah, it was great to.
I didn't see that many A&M fans. When you say the A&M section, where
We were so like
in
the
that little
tickets.
corner?
Yeah, we were like in the corner just up from their bench.
Yeah, okay.
We were like 10 rows up,
Yeah.
right behind their bench, kind of at an angle
pretty
there.
Good seats. Their bench was pissing me off, so you got a good first look at it apparently.
Yeah. Number 0, Hill, his like whole family was sitting like directly in front of us, so they were not happy with how well we were playing. So, or really, it was, I think it was more how poorly they were playing. But anyway, no, it was great to be in the building. Great to finally see this team live, and they look different in person than they do on TV. It's you can see the quickness a little better. You can see yeah, so it was.
You got the Billy Goat experience up close.
Oh, dude, yeah, right. First bucket of our first bucket of the game. We were down early, but our first bucket of the game, Billy gets a nice little dunk in. So yeah, it was fun. It was good. I was a little disappointed. It wasn't a full house last night. Second to last game.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was like to my left, there was a row. There was probably 2 rows that had multiple seats not filled, and so I was a little disappointed in that. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah.
Though, so.
I was talking to somebody about that today, and at first I was like, man, like it's not packed. But then I was like, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. It's not going to be as good as a weekend, but I was kind of disappointed still. And then I started thinking of like every other basketball arena on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And I was this is still is better than anybody else draws. But no, I'm with you. I was, if it holds we'll say 20,000. I mean, there was probably 17 and a half there.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it wasn't empty by any stretch. I just meant like second to last chance to see A-Cup at the Bud. A&M's not a scrub team. I mean, it's a tournament team. So I was just, it's nitpicking a little bit, but I mean, just I don't know. This team deserves a full house every night in conference play, especially against a tournament team with this squad. So anyway,
I agree. Well, you got to see Bucky Ball in person. A little, I'll call it a PG-13 40 minutes of hell. It's not near as intense as a true 40 minutes of hell,
right.
Full court pressing the whole game. I'll get into my thoughts in a minute, but what your first game in person, what'd you think?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I'll tell you this. If you'd have told me that A-Cup didn't have a field goal in the first half and Malik Thomas, I think, had 2 points in the first half, I'd have been like, we are in trouble. But
they were 2 of 20. They were 2 of 20 in the first half combined.
Yeah.
And we were winning.
Oh, we were up 14 at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Billy did his part. I mean, we were down 11-2 to start the game, I think.
Yeah. Went on a 17-0 run.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy. And then Billy got hot, and Ewan was crushing the offensive glass. I mean, offensive boards. And so that was great. That was good to see. Pringle is basically worthless. But um, but no, it was good. It was
Yeah.
great to see. I was gonna be very upset if the first time that I saw Acuff in person was in the Final Four. So uh, I had to make a good effort to get there
Right. And then
before.
you get there and he's 1 of 12 and you're
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah. So yeah,
this
so
is
I went with I took my dad um who hadn't been to a game yet this year either, and so the whole way there we're like, you know glad that we're gonna get to see A Cuff in person or whatever. And like we're walking up to the arena, and my dad's like, "Man, it'd be really cool if we got to see a career one of these career nights or this career game or whatever." And at halftime, my dad leans over, he's like, "Well, we're not getting that." But
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna come out of the second half, and he's gonna get his at some point, and then he ended up
Yeah.
with 20. So
Yeah. The most ho-hum, quiet 20,
oh yeah,
like, he was arguably his most least efficient game of the year
I
or
couldn't
of
couldn't
S
buy it in the first half.
no. And once again, I said it last pod, I'll say it again. That's the difference between
Yeah.
him and everybody else in this SEC Player of the Year race
Mhm.
is none of them other guys are getting 20 on a bad night. And
Right, absolutely.
you could call me an idiot for saying it was a bad night, but it was, I mean, he was 1 of 12 in the first half. He was
Yeah,
very inefficient
yeah.
scoring the basketball. And then, Cal gave him that breather with like
Mhm.
7 minutes to go in the second half,
Yeah.
and he came back and he just took over. Just
Mhm.
took over, just like
Yeah.
what we're accustomed to. And yeah, just a typical run of the mill, ho hum, below average, 22, 5 rebounds, 7 assists night for for Darius
Yeah.
Acuff. Um,
Yeah. It got a little, I mean, they pulled it within what,
yeah,
4
4,
in the
yeah,
second half, and I was like, "Ah, don't do it." And then, um, but that was part of when Acuff was on the bench, and then
mhm,
he came back in and just took over. We went on the huge run, and Malik got his. We were able to get up fast break. It was
yeah,
a lot of fast break buckets. I mean, there was what, very few, maybe 2, 3 times that the press really seemed to affect.
yeah. Dude, we only had, which we're like one of the lowest turnover teams in the country, but
Yeah.
we only had 9 turnovers against that press.
Mhm.
And if you would have told me I could sign up for single digit turnovers against buckyball full court pressure, I would have been like, I'll sign up for it every day of the week.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's that, dude, people are overlooking that we only had 9 turnovers against that style. I
Mhm.
mean, because that's what they do. Even if you don't turn it over the first half, their whole point is just to keep wearing on you, and it just
Right, yeah.
wears on you.
Yeah.
And as a player and as an opposing player and an opposing coach, it gets just like nagging, like 10
Right.
minutes left in the game, and you're like, God, you're like, I got to
Mhm.
work this hard to get open again. And
Yeah.
it's just every play, and it just wears on you. And that's why I think DJ Wagner helped a lot last night because
Yes.
there were some stretches where Darius kind of got to defer and DJ got to get it. And you can say what you want about DJ, but dude, he is low center of gravity and he goes downhill. And he goes hard. And
Yeah.
just giving Darius that rest to where he didn't have to work every trip to bring it up every time.
Mhm.
I thought DJ gave great minutes last night.
Oh, yeah, especially on the defensive side of the ball too,
Yeah.
uh and then saw a little bit of what he did so well last year when Boogie went down, of just getting to the basket, like,
Hmm.
taking it to the basket. Like, I complimented him a lot last year of, because it had been a while since we had guards that really took it to the basket, like, on with Musselman, it was, like Note and, oh, who was the one before him? 15.
Jalen Tate,
No, maybe it wasn't 15. What was the
um,
guard? Mason,
Mason
Jones.
Jones,
Yeah,
Mason Jones. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They like to stay more on the perimeter than getting to the basket, and so that's what I was really excited to see Wagner last year, like taking it to the lane, and then he'd either put it up or find an open guy, and so, um, but he did a lot more of that last night than more so than I've seen him do all year
Yeah.
this year. So, um, yeah, it was good. He still took a couple threes. I'm like, that's not your shot, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but he did a much better job of getting into the lane
Yeah.
and taking it strong to the hoop. So
He's a very violent rim attacker,
yeah,
and that's just kinda something it's hard to teach that, like, that's just something you kinda got or you don't. It's the same way with Billy. He's just violent, like,
right,
he's
yeah,
going in there, he's getting low, he's seeking out contact, and he's probably gonna get a layup or get fouled most of the time,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And so, that's something we used to always talk about when I coached was, like, attack the rim violently, like,
hmm,
looking to murder somebody,
yeah,
not timid, and that's
yeah,
just what DJ does, and so, yeah, dude, I love DJ's minutes last night. Man, we had 52 points in the paint,
yeah,
which that's who we are. Like we're a rim
hmm,
attack team, but like, dude, we scored 99 points with our two leading scorers going one of or two of 20 in the first half,
hmm,
playing six men. Acuff's got a bum leg. You could tell he's not moving well.
yeah,
Like, dude, I mean, and we still scored 99. I mean,
hmm,
this team offensively, man, we hit four threes,
yeah,
just
yeah, right,
four.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, imagine if we would have hit nine, because
yeah.
I mean, like this team offensively is just very potent, and
You're gonna have to hit 9 or more this upcoming Saturday, which we
yeah,
can talk about when we get into the
yeah,
Saturday game. But yeah, you're not gonna be able
yeah,
to go 4 of
yeah,
however many from 3.
yeah. We'll dig into that in just a
Yeah,
minute, but before we get there, just a couple things I wanted to touch on. Man, if Malik Ewan can do what he's done the last two games, that changes the whole dynamic, I feel like, of this
for
team.
sure. Yeah.
Um,
He
not
was
only
hustling more last night.
yeah,
Like,
dude, he was playing hard. Like
yeah,
that was a hit on him early in the year was like he didn't play hard.
right.
And, the last couple weeks games, he's kind of turned up his effort level. And he's
Mhm.
been rewarded with it with his minutes. He played 34 minutes last night. He had
Mhm.
18 points and 9 rebounds. I mean, dude, that's the difference between a Sweet 16 run and
Mhm.
an Elite 8 or a Final 4 run, like,
Exactly, yeah.
having that inside presence where they have to respect somebody down there.
Mhm.
So,
For sure.
really, really proud of Malik Ewan, man, just hope he just keeps on coming.
Yep.
Trevin got 14 and 8, that's a solid night for Trevin.
Mhm.
And then, of course, Billy Goat had our first 7. At one point, the score was A&M 11, Billy 7.
Yes.
Like, nobody else has scored, and
Yeah.
then, he had 15 at halftime, and now he scored 23, his 4th game in a row where he scored over 20. Like,
Yeah.
a month ago, nobody would have in a million years, had Billy scoring 40 or 24 games in a row, so
Right.
really happy for Billy, and then Malik, man, Malik was out of sorts the first half because not only was he missing shots, like he was taking bad ones and he
Mhm.
was he was pressing a little bit
Mhm.
and I don't know, he just kind of went back to what he looked like the first 5 or 6 games. And but dude, once again the last 5, in winning time, when it was time
Mhm.
to go win the game,
Yeah.
Leak and Darius were the dudes that took
Yeah.
care of it. And
Mhm.
so Malik had 13 last night, not efficient 13, but even on a bad night, having 13 is impressive.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, overall, man, like couldn't be happier. A&M's a tricky team just because their style. That's the only time, you know, unless you play them again, you'll probably see that style the whole year. And
Mhm.
so, having to kind of change how you do things, I thought the coaching staff had them really well prepared. I
Yeah.
mean, the pressure didn't really bother us. And my thing is, I know like A&M, you do what you do. That's what they do to everybody. They full court
Mhm.
press everybody. But when you're playing the guards that the Hogs have, I just feel like you ain't gonna win that way against us.
Mhm.
Like you're just gonna let us play up and down. We're already one of the best transition teams in the country,
Right.
and you're
Yeah.
gonna you're gonna you're gonna speed us up even more with
Mhm.
Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas and Billy Richmond out there.
Mhm.
It's not a good idea. And so I felt like even though that's what A&M does, and credit to them, you do what you do, you stick to what you
Yeah.
do, like that's fine. But I feel like that may help. That may that may hurt some teams and speed up some teams, but we're a bad matchup for that style of play.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're gonna be able to outpace you, and we're gonna be able to finish and find. Then that's what it was so fun last night watching against that style was just seemed like everybody was pretty unselfish. Like just it's like let's break the press, let's get down the court, and let's find the guy. I mean, like even even Malik was finding Ewan down there or finding Billy down there, and so it was good to it was fun to see. And one last thing about the game, I had no idea that TJ Cleveland was an assistant for A&M.
Me either. Me
And they
either.
they
And I kind
announced
of
it.
felt
Yeah,
bad. I kind of felt bad when they announced them, and I
yeah,
was like, "Oh, TJ," but I
yeah,
kind of felt bad for him because nobody else clapped really.
yeah, yeah. Well,
But
it's kind of been like a lull, like it was like kind of a last second effort just to kind of
yeah.
say it before they announced our team, and so anyway, but no, it was good to see him in the building and good to know that's where he's at.
And like, and TJ was not a great player. Like he was just an average player. Um,
He had
but
moments,
uh, yeah, like average players do. They have moments. But but I mean, he was just something about TJ. He was like a just I mean, he was all hog, and obviously
yeah.
when he came back on Mike's staff, and he committed a lot of his life and his years to being a hog. So I got the utmost respect for TJ. He always sounds real professional. Dude, I saw Mike Anderson was there against Missouri last Saturday. And
Was
so, yeah, which kind of surprised me because, when you get fired from somewhere,
right, yeah.
like, it's not like he left on his own. He straight up got fired.
Mhm.
But yeah, he was there Saturday against Missouri. So um, I don't know, man. It's just a unique state and the way, even when you've been done wrong, the way people rally around the hogs, it's just different. Just different.
Well, he'll always have Mike will always have that. I mean, he was part of the national championship team and
Yeah.
under Nolan, and so you'll always have that. You're always,
Yeah.
I mean, you win a national championship in anything at Arkansas, you're going to be still
Legend.
held in high
Yeah.
regard no matter what. So,
Yeah.
um,
And he's a good guy. Like because it didn't work and
right,
everybody knew it wasn't working.
yeah,
Like I think Mike's a very high class guy. He
yeah,
even came back when he got fired, he was at like the first game the next year when they dedicated the court to Nolan Richardson. So like his
that's right. Yeah,
first his first game, like Muss's first game ever at Arkansas, it was against UALR. It was an
hmm
exhibition game. And I remember Mike being there and I was like, "Oh, that's got to be awkward."
hmm
But I mean, yeah, dude, like he's going to do the right thing. So that was cool to see Mike. That was cool to see TJ Cleveland. Nolan pops in every once in a while. I've seen Nolan at 2 or 3 games this year.
yeah,
And so I don't know if you got to pay attention to the pregame video, but Nolan narrates it, and it gives me chill bumps every time listening to
hmm
Nolan narrate
yeah,
the pregame hype video. So,
yeah,
uh, anyways, enough of us living in memory lane. We'll do that in the summer in the dog days. Um, big. I hate to say one big game coming
yeah,
up Saturday. Um, I think if you lose, I don't think it affects you any. You're still on the 5 seed line. The only thing it takes you out of is officially out of contention to win the league.
yeah,
Um, and it's going to be nice to know where we're at against a team who's the hottest team in the league, the highest ranked team in the league, the best team in our league right now on the
hmm
road, prime time. Um, Came out that we're a 9-point underdog, which is a lot.
there's a
9 is
lot.
a lot.
It's a lot.
Here's what I'll say. If Darius Acuff was fully healthy, and that's not an excuse, he's not healthy. Anybody who's watched him can tell doesn't have the same juice he had 3 weeks ago.
hmm
Um, if Darius Acuff was fully healthy and Carter Knox was playing, I would like our chances. Um,
hmm
it's gonna be tough. I'm not saying we can't win. I think we can go down there and win, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be tough. I'll let you go first on your thoughts on what it looks like in Gainesville on Saturday, and then I'll rattle off mine.
Yeah. No, I mean, as I've said before, just having played post most of my life and the little bit of help that I got to do in college working with bigs. So that's where my focus is in the front court. Florida's the best front court in the
Oh, yeah.
country in my
Yeah.
eyes. So that's I my fear is that we're gonna get exposed there and that, we're just not gonna match up well, which I'll put our backcourt up against anybody, obviously. But when you have a front court as dominant as they are, I worry that I mean, this is a game you're gonna have to be so conscientious and of your fouls, of uh of who's getting minutes and rest and all that stuff. I mean, like you're just gonna have to be very conscientious of how you handle all that. But yeah, my fear is that we get exposed for what our front court potentially truly is. But again, our backcourt, if Ewan can rebound the way he did, which that's going to be a tall order on Saturday. But because 15 for A&M, dude had like 27 points or something, but was the most unathletic looking big guy. Every time he made a move in the post, it was like this is the most unathletic dude I've ever seen get 27
Yeah.
points in an SEC game.
Yeah.
But 7 though, white boy for A&M was
Balled out.
that dude was cold.
Balled out.
But back to Florida. He yeah, if Ewan can just give us 80% of what he gave us last night then or Wednesday night, that um, you know, maybe some things can happen. I Again, if we can get some rebounds and get in transition, I think it's gonna play in our favor. We're gonna have to shoot well on the perimeter. We're not gonna be able to dribble drive and penetrate the way we have against some of these teams the last 2 weeks. So um basically just terrified for our chances to go down there and win. I expect us to compete, obviously, but uh, no, I'm terrified of. I mean, I said it a long time ago. I'm terrified of matching up against great front court, and
Yeah.
they're the
I
best.
mean, it's obviously not a great matchup in the front
Yeah.
court for us because that is the weakness of our team. It's the strength of their team.
Hmm.
Um, for those of you that don't know, um, they start, you know, 3 guys 6'9" and taller. Um, Alex Condon is 7 foot. Ruben Cheney 6'10", and Thomas Howell is 6'9". And and so and not only are they tall, they're really good at what they do. They
Yeah.
dominate the inside on both ends, offensively and defensively. Um, there's a lot of people who are really high on Florida right now for good reason. They're leading the SEC by 2 games, like, yeah. But I don't think they have the guard play to make a deep run in the tournament.
Hmm.
Like, deep, when I say deep, I'm talking deep, deep, like national championship.
Yeah.
Because to win natties, you got to have good, elite guards,
Sure.
and you can be preseason all you every or regular season everything all you want, first place, give you a trophy, all you can have it. Um, but I just feel like to make a run deep into the tournament, I feel like we have just as good of a chance, if not better, just because of the makeup of our team. Not
Hmm.
because we're better than them, just the
Right. Yeah.
makeup and how elite our guards are, and that's the
Yeah.
weakness. That's their weakness is their guards. So,
Yeah.
all that being said, go down there Saturday. We need Nick Pringle to give us great minutes. That doesn't mean score 10 points and give me 10 boards, but give us good quality minutes where you can block them out, contest shots on the inside, give you some breather. Um, and then obviously, you're gonna have Billy Richmond, who's I don't care what they say, he's 6'6" on a good day, probably closer to 6'5", guarding Thomas Howell, who's 6'9". Now if anybody can do it undersized, it's Billy. but,
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna be a tough matchup for Billy, but that just means that Thomas Howell has to guard Billy on the other end.
Yep.
I mean, the bad matchup goes both ways there. And
Yeah.
so if Billy can exploit him off the dribble and use his quickness and his athleticism, I mean, it's a bad matchup both ways. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, obviously, there's a little bit of interest in the Darius Boogie matchup for
Yep.
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Boogie's been playing a lot better as of late, but he's
Mm-hmm.
not even in the same stratosphere as
Right.
Darius Acuff. But here's the deal. Like you said, we're gonna have to hit more than 4 threes
Mm-hmm.
because of their size. They protect the rim really well. We lead like the nation in 2-point field goal percentage and scoring at the rim, and they like lead the nation or the SEC in defensive 2-point field goal percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily something has to give, but you're both are really good at those things. So,
Yeah.
you know, you got to at least meet in the middle if you're Arkansas
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, be held only a couple percentage points under your average.
Yeah.
And you cannot let it deter you from doing what you do. It can't be,
Right.
oh, they're so big. We're just going to shoot 44 threes.
Right.
That's not how
Absolutely.
you do it. You got to
Yeah.
take it at their chest, try to get them in foul trouble. If you get your shot blocked, who cares? Take it at them again. Like that's just
Yeah.
part of it. So that's the chess match I think that's going to happen is, you know, can we get to the rim? Can Darius get, you know, in the trees and still do his thing? Can Billy do his thing? And then can we hit open threes? Can Trevin hit some open threes? Can DJ
Yes.
hit an open three? You know, can whoever's open, can you hit an open three? Because you're going to
Yeah.
have to. Um, but it's going to be tough. Game day is going to be there. So there'll be a lot of
Yeah.
eyes on this game. ESPN prime time on the road. Uh, you know, I don't know who's going to be on the call, but maybe Jay Billis on the call. You know, that's always
Yeah.
cool and just gives you a good feel whenever you hear Jay Billis calling your game. So uh, I don't know. Like I expect Florida to win the game, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if we went down there and won the game. Like,
No. Yeah. I mean, we're hot, and I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not going to shock anybody if we get on there and win. So.
um, but yeah, and if we don't win, like I said, I don't feel bad because I'm not freaking out. Like
Yeah.
we're just not at full strength right now,
Yeah.
and as long as we get that double bye, finish in the top 4 in the SEC standings, which
Mm-hmm.
speaking of, it's probably a good thing for us to look at right now. Uh, you know, as long as we can solidify that, get that extra day off, and in a perfect world, we solidify that top 4, and then if you want to sit Darius out at Missouri next week, because we've already got the top 4 seed locked up,
Yeah.
give them that extra 4 or 5 days to get right.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's the key. But SEC standings: Florida 13-2, Arkansas and Alabama both at 11-4, Tennessee at 10-5. Then there's a cluster at 9-6, Missouri, Vandy, A&M, and Kentucky. So that was one good thing about beating A&M is you got that 2-game cushion on them.
Yep.
And there's definitely still a path for if we were to lose out for us not to be a top 4 overall seed.
Yeah.
But I think if we just win one of the next 3, because Tennessee and Bama have to play each other, Vandy and Kentucky have to play each other. We get to
Yep.
play Missouri, so I still think there's a lot to be determined still. But yeah, man. I mean, winning the SEC would have been awesome, but as long as you get that double bye, get that extra
Yeah.
day's rest, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And at this point of the year, it's really just about matchups and who you match up with, and so we just want to get a good draw in the tournament. Obviously,
Yeah.
get the double bye for the SEC tournament, but yeah.
Lenardi put out his latest bracketology today. He has Arkansas as the number 1 5 seed, so one spot off getting is a 4 seed. Like I said, losing to Florida on the road, I don't think will affect
Yeah.
our seed line any. I think winning automatically gives you a bump. I don't care what anybody else does. I think you pass some people
Mhm.
for that 4. But if you get beat by Florida, it's not going to affect your seed line any. You're still going to be a solid 5 seed. We just all know we won get off that 5 line at all, if at all possible.
Yes. Don't want
Up
the
up or down, 4 or 6, I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, we want to get off of that 5 seed.
Yeah.
But let's see. They got Duke is the number 1 overall seed, and then Michigan is the number 2, Arizona is the 3, and UConn as the number 4. Dude, if you could get in a quadrant with UConn, this ain't the UConn of 2 or 3 years ago. I'm telling you. And
I would love to get that revenge game. I cannot stand.
Can't stand Hurley?
No, dear Lord. He might be.
Hey, he can coach ball. I can tell you that.
That's fine. That's fine. I can still not like you. He might be top 5, maybe top 3 of my least favorite coaches of all time in any sport.
He's a loon, that's for sure. He's
the yeah. I can't stand him. I would love to get that revenge game and just watch him cry at the press conference and talk about how he got cheated and all kinds of stuff. I would love it.
Yeah.
So,
boy, the bubble. So Lenardi's last 4 buys: Georgia, Missouri, A&M, and Texas. All 4 SEC teams he's got as his last 4 buys. And then he's got Auburn as the last 4 in, so that would have them in a play-in game. So lot of SEC teams with a lot to play for this last 3 or 4 games. You have a chip on our shoulder. If we got 2 of them, got Texas and Missouri left, so it's gonna be tough. Anyways, yeah, March Madness is right around the corner. Not Saturday, but Wednesday against Texas. We'll be playing in March, and that should get you giddy if you're a ball nowhere and a hoops fan. That should get you giddy that it's March. So, anyways, anything else on the basketball team? Let's see. SEC standings, bracketology. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say this. We had our daughter St. Patrick's Day. I mean, 5 years. She'll be 5 St. Patrick's Day. But when she was born, I watched the first 2 games of the NCAA tournament in the hospital. We made it an Elite 8 run that year. We're having a baby March 10th of this year, so maybe this March baby will take us on a deeper run this time. So
that's right, and he can hold it over his sister's head forever.
Absolutely.
So,
however it happens, we'll take it.
That's right. Quickly, baseball Hogs got spanked.
Rough week.
By the Arkansas State Red Wolves, who are not bad. They got a chance to win the Sun Belt, but came in here and laid the hammer like 12-4 in game 1 on us. And then we squeaked out well, let's just say this. We scored 99 points in the basketball game. For that whole day, we scored 100 points as Razorbacks. So do the math, but got the win, 1-0, and so yeah, I know they got the flu running through them. I know they have like 3 or 4 starters out, pitchers out. I get it, but I know we're only like 10 games in, but I got some red flags about this offense and this Nate Thompson. I've not been a fan for a while. I said it last year. He had just an elite lineup that bailed him out of his ways and made him look better than he is. Because if you look at this track record, high strikeouts, terrible with men in scoring position. So, yeah, I got concerns.
Yeah, I pulled the baseball hat off the shelf tonight to wear it for the podcast, and I was like, you know what? After the week they had, I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing the baseball hat tonight.
unacceptable. No. Baseball's a weird game.
It is.
The Rockies beat the Dodgers it happens all the time. Like, so yeah, baseball's a weird game, but it's just never good when you lose to little brother across the state.
Yeah.
Anyways, UTA this weekend should hopefully be a sweep if these guys get healthy. And I don't know anything about UTA. They may be really good. I don't know, but um, you know, touching on baseball, got our eye on baseball, keeping up with baseball, but not all the way in on baseball yet.
Well, yeah, you gotta see this. You gotta see this basketball team through.
So, um, last thing I got, um, we have a great little bit over a month coming up for sports in this country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a day and give you a little numbers game here. 7 days until the World Baseball Classic. Um, I know some people may not be baseball fans, but the World Baseball Classic is a pretty cool event. Um, we'll touch base on what our roster for the World Baseball Classic looks like next week. 7 days, 20 days until March Madness. So,
Seems so far. Like it's like
yeah, right,
March is here. You
right,
just expect the tournament to happen
yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
You still have to wait.
Um, and 28, 29 days till opening day. We
Yep.
will we'll touch on our baseball allegiances. I know we have a little bit. We'll get a little more in depth, and we're just over 40 days out from Augusta National and the Masters. So, an exciting, a lot going on in the next 40 days, and
Yeah.
obviously with March Madness being under 2.5 weeks away or whatever, about 2.5 weeks away. Uh, that goes for the whole month. So you get a month of just great ball playing into the Masters and opening day. And it's a good time to be a sports fan.
And the weather usually cooperate. Like you start to get that little like glimpse of warm. Not
Mhm.
this fake like winter warmth that we've had, but just like the actual spring. The flowers start to bloom.
Yeah.
The I don't know, there's just something about hearing that Masters music and like seeing the grass start to green up, I don't know.
No, you're right.
It's
You're
usually
nailing it.
it's I don't know, there's a feeling that like happens that I can't explain, but it's like a true happiness that like
Yeah.
just kind of like once that you start wearing like shorts and t-shirts and then golfing more if you didn't just have a baby and yeah, so it'll be fun.
It
I
just
love this time of year. It's a great feeling. I drove by um the local high school here in Peerage. They were out there on the baseball field the other day and I was like, man, I miss just that feeling of the transition from the cold to when it started to warm up and you had baseball practice and starting to travel for some games and stuff. It was just, I don't know. It was
yeah,
fun.
a lot of
So
fun. Yeah. And you just wake up with a smile on your face this time of
y-
year, huh?
you do, you do.
Wake up with a little
Easter,
extra giddy up in your step.
absolutely, absolutely.
Um, Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for us on the pod today. We appreciate everybody for listening. Andrew, give us a prediction for Arkansas and Florida.
You had to make me do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to preface saying I don't want to say this, but since you made me, I'm gonna go 87-79 Florida.
Ooh, Hogs under 80. That'll be something if the Hogs can't get to 80. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
just 1 minute prediction.
I'm gonna go Florida 92, Arkansas 88. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go high scoring game. A Cuff shows off on ESPN national TV. makes Cal look good because Cal in his press conference last night was screaming for Acuff to get some National Player of the Year
Yep.
talk. So I think he's gonna show out, be the best player on the floor. He's already smoked LeBaron Fallon head to head. He's already smoked Hubbard, Tyler Tanner, whoever else is in SEC Player of the Year, and now he's just got to go get Mister Thomas Howell. Let him know who the best player in the league is, and
That's right.
So he can get his trophy and get ready for
Yeah.
March Madness. So, anyways, yeah, hopefully we have a good one. We'll be back to recap it all next week, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy this beautiful weather we have coming up.
Yeah.
And you can take us home, Andrew.
All right. Stay classy. Never yield. Go Hogs. Beat Florida.
Whoopee.